Hey, boys and girls, my name is Mac Comer. I'm Knoxville, Tennessee's Dean of Fun, and today we're going to read a book titled Let's Visit the Evergreen Forest. So let's just sit back and enjoy the book and see how much we can learn together. This is the book written by Buffy Silverman. The table of contents tell us that a journey to the Evergreen Forest is on page 4. Animals in the forest will be on page 10. Plants in the forest will be on page 18. Living in the forest will be on page 24. People in the Evergreen Forest can be found on page 28. Biome extremes on page 29. The glossary on page 30. Further readings on page 31. And then the index will be at the end of the book on page 32. A journey to the Evergreen Forest. Imagine hiking through an evergreen forest. Tall trees tower above you. Their needles carpet the ground. Their scent fills the air. Snow blankets this habitat in winter. It covers trees. This makes it hard for animals to travel and find food. The Evergreen Forest biome stretches across Alaska and Canada. It also covers parts of Northern Europe and Asia. If you look on this picture right here, it shows you everything that's in this color would be the Evergreen Forest. So you see all across North America and then some parts of Asia here. So, days are very short during the winter in the Evergreen Forest. The temperature stays below freezing for many months. And if you look at the picture, it says winter lasts for about 7 months in the Evergreen Forest. Summers are cool in an evergreen forest. The ground is wet and swampy. The days are long. Plants grow quickly during the short summer. Insects hatch. Birds feast on insects. The forest comes to life. Now, animals in the forest. Animals in an evergreen forest must survive snowy winters. A snowshoe hare's fur turns white. White fur helps it stay hidden in the snow. Lynx and other predators sometimes spot a hare. The hare leaps away. Its large furry feet help it from sinking in the snow. Take a look at that picture and think about how the hare's white fur might help it camouflage in the snow. Remember, the harder it is to see, the harder it is to eat, right? An elk grows the thick coat for the winter. Its winter coat is 5 times warmer than its summer coat. It steps through deep snow with its long legs. And on the picture it says, this elk has grown its thick, warm winter coat. Voles tunnel beneath the soil and snow. 5 or more voles nest together in the winter. They huddle together to stay warm, and they eat roots below ground. A vole kind of looks like a mouse, if you were to ask me. A red fox listens for voles. He tilts his ears. He leaps and dives into the snow. The fox scoops up his prey. In the picture it says, a red fox can hear a vole under the snow 25 feet away. That would be like you hearing something under some snow that is like as long or as deep as a school bus, I guess. Wow. Insects hatch in swampy forest pools into summer. Mosquitoes quickly grow into adults. They mate and lay their eggs before winter begins. The eggs hatch when summer returns. There's an up-close and personal look at a mosquito. Ooh. Many birds nest in the evergreen forest. They catch insects to feed their young. They fly south before winter. On the picture it says this warbler can fly about 5,000 miles to reach its nesting ground. Now, pine grosbeak usually lives in the evergreen forest all year. Its thick bill crushes seeds, and it finds fruit on bushes. Plants in the forest. Spruce, fir, pine, and hemlock trees grow in an evergreen forest. They have green needles all year. Needles are leaves. Now, needles usually fall off a tree after a few years. Evergreen needles can make food for the tree as soon as the weather gets warm. The dark needles absorb sunlight. Needles are thin and waxy. They help the tree save water in winter. There's right here in the picture, it says these needles absorb light, save water, and do not freeze in the winter. Evergreen branches droop down. Heavy snow slips off the branches. It slides off the waxy needles. Thick mats of moss grow in evergreen forest. Moss plants do not have roots. Their leaves and stems fill with water. They hold in water like a sponge. Now, lichens also grow in evergreen forest. Lichens are made of algae and fungi. Now, green algae make food. Fungi get water from the air, and they give algae shade. Lichens often grow on rocks, trees, or stumps. People in the evergreen forest. Now, people have lived in the evergreen forest for thousands of years, but most of the region has few people, so there are not many cities in this biome. Some people herd reindeer into the evergreen forest of Russia. They fish in the summer and hunt in the winter. Most people in the evergreen forest live a modern life. People drill for oil and gas there. They log trees. The wood is used to make paper. Mining, drilling, and logging can harm forests. Some people replant trees that are logged. They also pass laws and make plans to keep forests safe. Now, biome extremes. Some of the coldest winters are found in northeastern Russia. That can get to negative 65 degrees Fahrenheit or negative 54 degrees Celsius. The largest cat is the Siberian tiger from eastern Russia. The biggest browser is a moose. It can get up to 1,800 pounds or 816 kilograms. The world's largest wetland, found in Canada's Evergreen Forest. And the largest land biome is the Evergreen Forest. 29% of the world's forests are Evergreen Forest. Okay, so let's look at the glossary. It's going to give us a definition of some words that we found in the book. So the first word is algae. Algae are the plant-like living creatures that usually grow in water. Biome, a community where certain plants and animals live, such as a desert or a forest. Ecosystem, a group of connected living and non-living things. Evergreen, a plant that has green leaves throughout the entire year. Fungi, organisms such as mushrooms that break down dead plants and animals. Habitat, a natural home of plants or animals. Lichen, an organism made of fungi and algae that live together. Needle, a finely pointed leaf of a tree. Nutrient, a substance that plants, animals, and people need to live and grow. Predator, we heard that in the book, an animal that kills and eats other animals. So a predator eats the prey. If you're the prey, you are the one that gets hunted. Cool. On this other page, there is a list of some further readings if you want to find out some more about evergreen trees and evergreen biomes. I would highly encourage you to check those out. And right here we have our index, and at the index is going to tell you if you're trying to find specific information about things, it will tell you which page to look at. So like if you're trying to find information about fungi, you can look back on pages 23 and 27. Lichens are on 23. Moss is on page 22. Needles can be found on page 4 and pages 18 through 21, and also on page 24. If you want to find out information about seeds, look on page 17 and 24. Information about snow is on page 5 and pages 11 through 14 and page 21. Soil can be found at page 13 and pages 26 through 27. Information about summertime can be found on pages 8 through 9, page 12, and page 15. And then last, winter. If you want to find information about winter, you can look on page 5, 7, page 10, pages 12 through 13, pages 15 through 16, and then page 20 and page 26. Okay, boys and girls. Well, I hope you learned a ton of stuff about Evergreen Forest today. I know that I did, and now I just feel like totally smart. I'm ready to write a research paper. All right, well, until next time, boys and girls, I will see you guys later. Bye.